Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Sunrose. I'm gonna be recording a video of my match versus Mizuhime for Derby. So, before I start talking about the match, I'm gonna give some insight on about the team I brought. Big Clan, Kangaskhan, Raikou, Dustin, Clapper, Marowak, and Kendra. So, we gotta take it back all the way to the room tours that first started last year in March. Plus, I'm talking a little low because it's kind of late and my roommates are sleeping. But yeah, May I started doing live tours in the doubles room, and the first person to win was Luke. Miss that guy or girl. Um, it's weird because the only reason I started playing DPP in the first place was because I didn't get drafted for DPL 9. So that kind of left like a void in like what I was gonna do Pokemon wise. And this just started, and I was just like, this looks kind of fun. Why not give it a try? And fortunately, there's no replays, but if you see, I guess I can just zoom in on this. Oh, never mind, I can't. I had lost to not Primrose. I think that's Ratbacker. And then I ended up beating Tio, Bagel, Z, Dad One, and then I lost to Ninja Sample. But after this tournament, I was like, it's pretty new, felt fresh, exciting. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's try team building. And then go to the next room tour. Where we at? Okay. It's the second one. May won this one. Good shit. And this is like the complete opposite of what happened during the first one. I went 0-2. I lost to Tio. And then to Bagel. So I was up. But as I was watching, I was just like, man, this tier is really fun to spectate and to play. So let's see, what is this? Post 17, yeah. So I looked through all of this, and now, after all these VRs and nominations and stuff, talking about the meta, we go to this. Bam! The third one. And this is the first time I had won it. Because I remember this tour, it was long, because there's a couple ties. And so I beat Smudge, beat Bagel, beat MZB, Log DF. I think this is Alexis beat. Yeah, I lost to them. Got sent to losers, and then I beat Lope, and then I won finals back to back. This is the team that kind of like blanked my opponent in finals right off the lead. This team was fun. This team was good for about 2 weeks. I mean, this team was good for about 2 weeks, and then it just changed drastically. But yeah, DPP started becoming something that I really enjoyed playing. And go back, I mean, now we fast forward a bit. We're still using that I like to say Metagross team. And then I think like around 2 to 3 weeks later, no, I want to say like around a week and a half, 2 weeks later, I I got destroyed by this clamp roll team by actuarially, and I was just like, you know what, dude, I'm kind of burned out for building. Let me ask actuarially for the team, and so I'm going to this post by Fed because she built a full room team with it. The team I had Raikou and Kindra over Cresselia and Rhyperior, I think. Right? Yeah. I don't have the original version, but yeah, as you can see, Fed talks about it right here. It had 2 modes: a Trick Room mode and then a Rain mode in back. And I was winning with it a lot, but I got bored of it real quick. I got bored of the team real quick because it felt I don't want to say unfair, but I remember when I stopped using it. The word I was gonna say was fraudulent, because everyone that started adapting to it. I remember Fed specifically had started using that frog Pokemon. What's that frog called? Toxicroak, yeah. Let's see, yeah, Toxicroak. Yeah, because it has Dry Skin. And it has Fake Out, Sucker Punch. It was Cross Chop. It was pretty good mana at the time. But yeah, I'm getting a little sidetracked, but I have to bring this up again because look at the date, April 11th, 2023. We're already in July 7th, 2024. I actually played Mizuhime on the 16th of 2024. It's almost like a month ago. But this is building up to the team I ended up using, and it's this team. When I first got drafted for Derby, I wasn't sure if I was going to be playing DPP because AI was my teammate, and I knew they wanted to play it too. And I was just like, okay, well, I don't mind playing advanced, but I still want to play DPP. Doesn't matter if it's 1 week or 2 weeks. I still want to play it. And I said that I would bring Clamperl because I haven't used it in over a year. Here, I'm just gonna get the pace right here. Bam, bam, bam. One of the teams right here. I don't know why I have to do that. Well, I guess, okay, I wanted to compare the two. So, usually, you would see this. It's a sample team too, but Mizuhime has been around for a while. They know this whole team structure. I mean, you kind of just turn one, you either Fake Out or Explosion, and then you get the ball rolling with the other mons in the back. But I didn't want to do that because it's just too predictable now, especially for the veteran players. Also, sorry, I got braces a while back and I'm still getting used to them, so you might hear like a lisp, or me not pronouncing something correctly. Let me get some water too. So yeah, I knew I wanted a fake out mon in the beginning, or in the lead. So you look at all the mons that have fake out. Fix that. Usually we go for speed, but the meta is just you want something bulky. So I was thinking of either going Mew again, just without explosion. Well, no, see, I didn't want to use Mew. I needed the surprise factor. And I've been experimenting with Kangaskhan. I've been using a bunch of different sets, but I looked at it and I was just like, Scrappy was like the ultimate, was like the main thing that was just like, if they lead a ghost, I can still fake it out. So we have this. I had double edge at first, just for the extra damage, but then after realizing how much recoil it would take, I decided to go with return because the main person who would really use Kangaskhan was Dad One, and I started reading a lot of their posts and reviewing the replays, and he mentions that return is good because you want to. Kangaskhan is designed to trade with other mons, and it does that really well with return. So you want it to stick around on the field for a while if you can. And so I was like, okay, fake out, return, Silk Scar for the extra damage. I experimented with like Lum, Citrus, but no, the damage was just more important. Low kick is for Reggie, Heatran, and mainly Tyranitar. And then this last move was up in the air. I was debating like coverage, like Fire Punch, Sucker Punch, even Toxic or Wish. But I was like, when I had finished the rest of the team, AI had told me that you should probably have another Rain Dance user. And I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right, because Dusknoir was my main, or it was the only mon with Rain Dance. So I didn't have Rain Dance on Raikou because I had screens. So I was like, okay, let's put Rain Dance on here. And then for the EVs, originally I had gone 252 just for the speed tie. But eventually I was just like, well, is Mizuhime actually gonna bring Kangaskhan? And I was just like, no, they're not going to. So I went with 184 with a Jolly Nature. And let's see, 184 Jolly Nature to hit 288 speed. And the reason for that is because it outspeeds max speed Gyarados with the Jolly Nature by 1 point. Yeah, 1 point. Sorry, I just gotta make sure. I already know it's correct, but still, just gotta compare it one by one. So yeah, now we go to the second one. Second one is Raikou. So the team is it's mainly revolving around these two guys, Dusknoir and Clamperl. And I don't really use screens in DPP. I've always had trouble setting them up because I don't know. I just if you look at if you look at my whole Pokemon career, I just don't use screens. I know that can be useful, but no, I know why I don't use screens. I don't use screens because I have a hard time utilizing them. And there's a lot of evidence from there, just from this game. Like when I go back to these games, you can see I didn't really use the screens wisely. But anyways, yeah, I brought screens because that's something I don't really bring. And I knew I was going to catch them off guard. Mizuhime. So there's already two things right there that factor into why this is why I brought Clamperl and Raikou, or screens. Clamperl I haven't used in a long time, and then Raikou with screens. Um, and then this is pretty standard. I just made it fast enough to outspeed 350s. I couldn't EV the special attack and HP more, but I kind of just went boom and then boom. To be honest, it ended up helping because it lived some good attacks from Swampert with light screen up, and it hidden power grass. I know Mizuhime likes bringing Swampert, so gotta bring HP grass. So yeah, you have these two. Made it shiny just because you can only learn Horror Sphere when it's in shiny form. So try to block that, I guess. There is a team I had with Horror Sphere too, so but the only thing about it is that it needs a rash nature. So yeah, you can't really do that if I want to hit this speed. Let's see. Okay, so now we go to the important part. The original, you usually have Dusclops as the main trick room setter because it's slow. It's slower than Clamperl. Clamperl, the slowest it can get is 62 speed. You can hit up to 49 with Dusclops. But like I was playing games and games, and I was just like, Trick Room isn't gonna be up all the time. And Clamperl still dishes out a lot of damage because of Deep Sea 2. 271 times 2. 5.2. It's a lot. So, I started thinking like, well, I still need to pair it with a Coast user that has Trick Room. And let's see, go to this. I think there's only like 3 more. Okay, these are the only options. I'm not going to use any of these. There's Dusclops, but it was either Gengar, Miss Magus, or Dustin. And it's just like two Fro. It's like, we got Dustin. I've used Dustin before, but it's really underwhelming. But it's like, okay, let's see the spread ahead. 136, 120. 36, 120, 22, I think I wanted this Assassination, right? Yeah. Okay, so the slowest I can get is 85. And then you have Same thing. 36. Antonio. Sassy. Even 49. Nice. So it's just like, wow, that's a big difference. But I get like an extra. Get an extra. I get an extra. $120 EVs. Yeah, I get it. But I mean, they're all gonna go to bulk anyway, so like. But still, it gets an extra 120 EVs. And the attack as well goes up by 30. And I'm not really gonna be attacking with Decimal, but like it's 30 more EVs. So I was like, okay, well, if the lowest it can hit is 85, why don't I just take Clan Pro and make it just 1 point faster? It does not just still achieve the same stuff that this does by setting up Rain Dance or clicking helping him right before it. And that's what the team does. Shadow Sling is going to do more as well. And then, yeah, you have Muddy Water, Ice Beam for the Dragons, and then Hidden Power Electric for Gyarados. You have to be kind of careful with it though, because now I'm going to talk about the next one, Marowak. Zapdos and Scizor and Gyarados were giving me so much trouble. And I was like, okay, Lightning Rod it is. It was either going to be Marowak or Rhyperior, but a lot of mons are running HP Grass, Grass Knot, and then just having Rock as a type gives it so much more weaknesses like Steel, Ground. Those are pretty common attacks. So I was like, okay, just pure ground type. Marowak's the perfect fit, and it's slower too. And if you look at how much speed it has 87. I made it 1 point faster. Oops, why does it do that? I made it 1 point faster than Clamperl, so it can go right after Clamperl attacks. So 85, 86, 87. And I wanted to give Earthquake, but I don't really have anything to avoid it unless I protect. So I gave Boomerang. It's pretty useful to break subs as well. Fire Punch, specifically for Scizor. And Thunder Punch for Gyarados. Gyarados is the one that gave me a lot of trouble. And let's see. And then yes, just attack, just in case they pull some prison shenanigans, which I really doubt, but still. So this team was already pretty set. And remember, Rain Dance wasn't on this before; it was Sucker Punch. But then I was like, okay, do I go full Trick Room? I was like, let me do the fast Rain mode outside of Trick Room. And so that's what I did. But I went with a bulkier version with leftovers. It could have been Specs, it could have been Life Orb, but I was like, I mentioned Dad 1 a lot whenever I talk about DPP. And the reason for it is because they have, I want to, okay, my bad, I'm talking too fast. I need to relax a bit. The reason that I talk about Dad 1 a lot when it comes to DPP is because I believe they are the best player right now, and they know the DPP metagame like a level higher than everybody else. And the more I would watch his games and read his posts, the more I'm just like, why don't I try this stuff out that he's trying out? And one of the things that caught my attention was, I don't know, let me see. I think he talks about it right here. Yeah, Gyarados with leftovers. Where is that? I forget what he talks about, but I forget where he mentions it. But he has lefty. He likes running lefties on Gyarados, offensive Gyarados as that as well. And I would scratch my head. I was like, why would you run leftovers on offensive Gyarados? But the more I started trying it out myself, everything just made sense. Like with Sand Up, Gyarados being a consistent threat to most teams, switching in and out for the intimidate. Leftovers is a really good item. So I wanted that on my Kingdra, and with the bulk, it lives a good amount of attacks that it usually wouldn't, especially with screens up. And at 72 speed was just enough to hit let me see, okay. There's two. Crap, I messed up. 224 times 2. Cool. You hit 448. I think that was for Rotom. See, Scarf Rotom. Yeah, because I had played Rotom in a test game with AI, and it just barely outsped me. So 448 Kingdra, 298 times 145. What the fuck? Okay, I'm tripping. 298 times 1.5. Yeah, 447. Yep. I made it just 1 point faster than Scarf Rotom. So there's that. And you just dump the rest into special attack. Or this was the main one, and then I just dumped the rest in HP. You got Draco, Muddy Water, Ice Beam, and Protect. Pretty simple. And yeah, I mean, that's the team. And then I started playing it, I was like, this team's good. Like, I feel really comfortable. So, big clan. Hoping this can become a sample. That's how good I think the team is. It's just really flexible. It has a lot of options. And Marowak, yeah, it even helps out Kingdra. And just everyone's spamming T-Wave now. And DPP, like, it's just really valuable. Okay, so now we go to the actual game. I think I talked more than I should have. I don't know how long I have on this. I can only record 30 minutes. I'm at 29 minutes right now. Shit. Okay, I'll just do this into 2 parts. I'm gonna upload this basically talking about the team I built, how I made it, why I made it, and my whole thought process. That's what this video is going to consist of. And then the next video, part 2, is going to talk about the actual battle. Yeah, this is going to be fun. So thank you guys for watching this. And yeah. All right, I'll see you guys later.